Hello guys, welcome all of you back with our database management system question discussion. Today we are going to discuss our question set number 6. So let's get started. Here we have our question number 6 description, and it says the board of directors of HeidiSQL Academy has decided to computerize the information of all the teachers in the educational institution. The software was developed by Tharaka Software Solution. Imagine that you are working as a senior software engineer in this company. You and your team are responsible for creating the database for this software. Create the database according to the instruction given to you. The instructions are as follows. And here we have our first question as create a database called HeidiSQL Academy to store students' data. And the second question is create a table called student to store students' data. Follow the instruction below to create this table, and they have provided us the necessary instructions such as column names, data types and lengths. After that, here we have our third question as enter the data shown in the table below in the table you prepared. When entering data, enter the data graphically. So we have to use graphical method instead of running a query. In our fourth question, it says the data of some of the students you have entered above should change as follows. Write the update query statement required to update the data. And the first one is the gender of the student whose student register number is STU006 is marked as female but should be changed to male. And the second one is Naduni Vijay Singha's student register number STUD010 is stored in the database. It should be changed to STU010 instead of STUD010. In the third one is student register number, the STU020 student's first name must be changed to Kalani. Write the required update query for that. So let's discuss our first question. Create a database called HeidiSQL Academy to store students' data. We can create this using a query, and we have to say create database if not exists, because we need to check whether this database already exists within our database management system or not, and then we have provided the database name as HeidiSQL Academy. So let's go and see how we can create this database practically. So now we have entered our query to create the database, so let's run it. After running the query, and we can refresh our connection, here you can see we have our created database as HeidiSQL Academy. So let's go back. We can also create this database using manual method too. Here we have our second question as create a table called student to store students' data. Follow the instruction below to create this table. When we create this table, first we need to define what database we are using. In this case, we are using HeidiSQL Academy database. After that, we can create our create table query. Here we have defined our database, and then in here we have created our create table query, and we have given this table name as student. Within the opening and closing bracket, we have given our column names, data types and data lengths. So let's go and see how we can create this table practically. After entering our query, we can click on this run button. After successfully executed this button, we can refresh our MySQL Academy database, and we can open our MySQL Academy database, and you can see here we have our student table. So let's open this table. Here we have our column names, data types, and data lengths in this student table. So let's go back. In our third question, it says enter the data shown in the table below in the table you prepared. When entering data, enter data graphically. So we have to add this data graphically into our table. So let's do that. We can click on this data button, and since we haven't inserted any data into this student table, the data set will be empty. So here when we enter a data, here we have our plus mark, and when we click on this button, it's going to add a new row, and we can double click on this and enter the data. So let's enter our students data. After completing this, you can click empty space on an empty space, and then we can again click on this plus button, and it's going to add another row. After entering the data, you can click on an empty space, and after that you again click on this plus button. So now we have successfully entered all the data using graphical method. So let's go back. In our fourth question, it says the data of some of the students you have entered above should change as follows. Write the update query statement required to update the data. The first one is the gender of the student whose student register number is STU006 is marked as female but should be changed to male. First, we need to define what database we are using. We are using MySQL Academy database. So we can type use MySQL Academy. After that, we can write the update query. When we write the update query, first we need to insert the keyword update. After that, we need to insert the table name. In this case, the table name is student. After that, we need to give the correct value using set keyword. After we insert set keyword, here we have given the column name and the new value. After that, we have given a condition in here to identify this student, and we have said where student register number column, this is the column value, is equal to STU006. So after executing this update query, it's going to change the gender value into male, where the student register number is equal to STU006. So let's go and see how we can execute this query. After inserting our query, we can click on this run button. We didn't get any errors, so let's refresh our database. And let's open our table and let's go to table data. So in here, you can see student ID is equal to 006, and we have changed that gender column value into male in here. So the query executed successfully. So let's go back. In the second question, it says Naduni Vijay Singha's student register number STUD010 is stored in the database. It should be changed into STU010. So in this case also, first we need to define what database we are using. After that, we can run our update query. In this case, we have used update keyword. After that we have defined what table we are going to change. After that we have given the new column value. So it's going to add stu010 value into student register number column, and we need to find this specific student. In order to do that, here we have given a condition using where keyword, and we have said first name column value should be equal to Naduni, and last name column value should be equal to Vijay Singh. So only if the both conditions are true, then this code will be executed. So let's go and see how we can run this code. In the student table, here you can see our student register number as STUD010. So we are going to change this value into STU010. So let's run our query. Here we have inserted our query, and let's click on this run button. After successfully running this query, we can refresh our database. Then we can open our table, and let's go to table data. And as you can see in here, the relevant record has been successfully updated. So the STUD010 has been changed into STU010. So let's go back. In the third question, it says student register number, the STU020, student's first name must be changed into Kalani. Write the required update query for that. First we need to define what database we are using. After that we can run our database query, update query. In here we have said update student table, set first name column value into Kalani, and then we have given a condition as where student register number column value is equal to STU020. So let's go and see how we can run this. In our student table data, here we have the student, which student ID is equal to STU020, and now we are going to change this Lahiru name into Kalani. So let's run our query. After entering our query, we can click on this run button. After that we can refresh our database, and let's go and see our table data. In here we have our record, and you can see the first names has been successfully updated. So let's go back. So guys, that's all for our question set number 6. In our next video, let's discuss question set number 7. Until then, have a nice day.